everybody. Welcome to the second ever Bent Rod's Fraser River Sturgeon Fishing Report. Fishing's been really good for sturgeon, and right now the bait is oolakins, really. I mean, they're getting some fish on lampreys, and you know, you can pop them on a dew worm, and some roe is working too, but really the bait right now is oolakin. Most tackle stores have pretty good oolakins for sale, and get yourself a pack of those. And I mean, I only use like half a piece because they're expensive. And I mean, the fish don't care really. You cut them in half and it kind of opens them up, a bit of their guts hang out, and maybe some eggs come out, and it definitely attracts the fish. So
that sounds revolting. That is awful.
That's how you fish, man. This is a sturgeon, okay? These things have survived millions of years slurping dead things off the bottom of rivers. They're not down there going like, oh, there's guts hanging out of this oolakin. I don't like this one. Maybe the odd one. You get like a really classy sturgeon. Oh, girl, no, the girls are the worst. They'll eat anything.
Ah.
Where's good fishing right now, you may ask? Whereabouts in the river? Pretty much anywhere from, you know, like upper Fraser. When I say upper Fraser, I'm talking lower mainland upper Fraser. So pretty much from Hope right down to the mouth of the river. You have sturgeon spread throughout, feeding on the oolakins, so you'll find them in there. And now the water started to rise. There's a lot of debris coming down right now, so what you want to do is you want to tuck away from the debris. Do not anchor up straight in the debris field coming down. Because like I was out the other day and there was like multiple boats I saw, including my own, had chunks of wood stuck in our impellers because just getting, you know, just sitting in that debris, and it slides into your impeller, you fire it up and boom, you got something in there. So yeah, stay out of the debris field. Oolakins are the best bait, and yeah, it should be like that for the next 3-4 weeks. This time of year, from, you know, late April right into June, you want to be really careful out on the river. There's a lot of big trees coming down, a lot of debris. You want to just be very careful. Always when you're sturgeon fishing this time of year, you want to have one eye on the rods and one upriver. I'm serious. I've seen too many times when guys all of a sudden have a giant tree caught in their anchor line and that bow's going under. Our sturgeon fishing tip of the week this week is we're going to talk about hooks a little bit. So there's a lot of hooks out there. A lot of the sturgeon fishing guides use different hooks out there. So I can only tell you what the ones I use. So I'll touch on that and a few important points about your hooks. So here's the two types I've been using. These ones here, that's a 9/0 Gamakatsu octopus hook. It's not. They make two kinds. They make another one that's got a really wide, round sort of bend, and then they got this kind of sharp octopus hook bend. And this is the one I like. This is a 9/0. I'll use them in 10/0 as well. They're great hooks. They come out of the package super sharp, except these hooks will bend out on the bigger fish, especially if you don't get a deep hook set into the fish. If he's just hooked by the tip, he will open it up a bit. So that's the Gamakatsu hook. And with these ones here, I do not sharpen them. As soon as they lose their edge, I don't use it. I throw it away. Unfortunately, these hooks do not sharpen well because they're chemically sharpened when they're made. Now the other hook I use is this mustad. This is a very small, it's a little mustad hook. I believe they call this one it's the mustad live bait hook, hoodlum live bait hook. The size here, this one here is a 9/0. And as you can see, compared to the 9/0 Gamakatsu, it's much smaller hook. Very strong hook. I like to use these when I'm using very small baits, like a very small egg sac or a tiny piece of lamprey or a tiny piece of oolakin. Say anytime I'm using a tiny bait, I'll use these. And the thing about this hook here, it's very thick, very strong, but it can be sharpened. So these hooks here, you want to feel it every time before you throw it out there. You want to feel for the point, and if it's not sticky sharp, you want to just give it a few strokes with a sharpening stone and just put that edge back on it. Say you cast out and you get your setup hung up a bit, and then you pull it off and it comes free. A lot of times your hook will have stuck on a rock or a twig or a log or whatever it is, and you don't even notice, but the tip of the hook is bent over. And you'll be fishing away, getting bites, setting hooks, not catching fish, and then you bring it in and you just feel that tip, and it's just ever so slightly, the very tip is bent in. So you want to check that all the time. I check that all the time. I reel in, check my hooks. If there's anything wrong with these Gamakatsus, if there's anything wrong with the hook, I retie it, put a new hook on, retie with a new hook. And if it's one of the mustad hooks and the tip has lost its point, I will just sharpen it with a sharpening stone. So that's the Fraser River Sturgeon Fishing Tip of the Week. So if you're interested in doing a trip with bent rods, you can go to our website, bentrods.ca, or check us out on Facebook at Bent Rods Guiding and Fishing Company, or go to our Twitter at Fishing Guide Rod, or else you can email us at fishing@bentrods.ca.